You and Dorit got to sit down and talk for the first time. How did you feel going into that conversation with her? What were your expectations?
I hope they were low.
They were pretty low, I have to say, because after I saw her read my text at the reunion, I thought, okay, I'm not dealing with the person I thought Dorit was.
Did you feel kind of betrayed or just kind of...
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that's what I said. That sealed the deal. So my expectations were low, but I wasn't expecting her to be that aggressive.
I'm not gonna put up with this anymore, Kyle. I'm not. When we had the reunion, I didn't get off my chest what I really needed to and wanted to with Kyle. So it feels like coming into this season, it was like, oh, no, no, no. No better time like the present.
I remember you saying, wow, and I was like, yeah, she's really mad.
But see, when you say she's really mad, that implies that she had a reason to be upset. She knows I actually did not do anything to her.
From my perspective, knowing these women for a decade, it felt like little kaboom, only because, in my opinion, their relationships at home were so stressed that everything meant something more than it should have, meaning that the things between, and the friendship gets lost in all of that. That's how I felt.
But to me, I'm sure to a certain degree, yes. However, it started with me at BravoCon. Like, you never would have done the things that she did at BravoCon. You just wouldn't have. And I don't have another friend that would do the things that she did at BravoCon.
I know what you're saying.
And, you know, questioning me, crying about my husband, who I've been literally with 30 years. I'm sorry that you don't shed a tear over your husband, but guess what? That really affected me. And for you to insinuate that, you would not say that.
No.
And
well, listen, I still cry over somebody that, you know, we already know.
And then also the drink, you know, asking which is your favorite Richards sister. You would have said, okay, 100% Kyle.
Rank the Richards sisters in order from your favorite to least favorite. There goes the shot. Oh.
Well, Kyle's definitely last. Kathy's definitely first.
But she does little things like that, and it was all these little things together.
And she would say the same about you.
Well,
I really think
it was like she likes to say it was death by 1,000 paper cuts. Like by the time I did that, I'm like, you're not my friend. My friends wouldn't do that stuff.
It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts. And then there were a couple of bigger moments, and I knew that I wanted to talk about it, because when you start to not feel good about a friendship, and it's just getting worse and worse. And, you know, she used to ice me out. She'd get upset and then not speak to me for months. But then, all of a sudden, there was her declaration that I exaggerated our friendship over the years.
These two women that have been, like, very close friends and tell each other everything, go on vacations together all the time, and then all of a sudden...
One vacation.
Oh. She did say that. Kyle said one vacation.
Not only makes me sound cuckoo, it's mortifying, it's embarrassing, it's shocking.
Of course. Like, it makes you look so thirsty.
Thirsty, pathetic, you know, and also, like, it said to me, oh, this girl, she doesn't give a about me. Excuse my language, but this is, when I talk about the straw that broke the camel's back, this was it.
All of those things, yes, I did do, after she was mistreating me as a friend. So, of course I said those things. What am I gonna sit there and, you know, my feelings were different toward her. But what led her to do those things to me to start with? Listen, she didn't sleep with my husband. I didn't sleep with her husband. It wasn't huge like that, but she just put herself in another category. And then the text, I was like, I'm out. That's just not a friend. You've just sealed the deal for me.
This is the most vindictive thing that you can do, to take a very personal text and blast it.
I haven't heard from her in a couple of months. She sends me a text yesterday, basically trying to silence me. It was so manipulative. It was so calculated.
It's so vindictive, and it really shows who this person is. It shows who Dorit is. Y'all go back to this fact. That's who she is. If you think that you can trust her,
no,
you cannot.
No.
In all of these years, I have never spoken badly about her behind her back. In public, I always say, oh, she has the biggest heart and she's been, you know, misunderstood. I've only spoken kindly about her and share very private things with her. So when she showed that text to Erika on camera, when I was in a very dark place, you knew the place I was in.
Yeah, I do.
And I didn't know when I left the reunion that day. And I had given her a hug, and I said, I really want to, talk and see you. And I was like, oh, I feel so much better that we're on our way to fixing things, because when you're dealing with so many difficult things in other parts of your life, the last thing you want is to not, be okay with your friends. And then I saw that, clip from the reunion, and I felt like, who is that girl? Who is that girl? I even said, that's the lowest thing I've ever seen somebody do on the show. I actually texted that to her.
Erika's somebody that knows Kyle. And I was talking to a friend and telling her, my position. You don't answer texts, you don't have any communication the day before the reunion. When, suddenly, this is after you've already declared that
that we're not friends.
Yeah, exactly. And then I get this loving text message of like, oh, and yeah, whatever issues we have, let's just not talk about it tomorrow.
You're like, what?
Like, and I said, you read this text message, you tell me, how would you feel? Do you think this is manipulative?
Yeah.
And Erika said point blank,
but that's a
I would
normal
feel
thing to
manipulated.
do.
I talked to Kyle about this, and I don't think it was manipulative.
If you felt like it was, then you would show it to a friend.
Would you though?
Well, not on camera. Not on camera.
Even if you
Not on
felt
camera.
like you were being manipulated, would you still do that? Because that is like, that's between you and one other person.
Right.
I would never, ever, ever share anything that she confided in me.
Right, yeah, of
or
course.
any intimate secrets. It was very much.
Yeah, you were trying to show the fact that you were being manipulated.
Exactly.
Well, I also knew, and I tried to explain this to her, that Crystal was going to be coming for her. So I thought, you're going to be dealing with a lot, I'm going to be dealing with a lot. Do we really need this too?
I see.
I've already lost relationships here. I wasn't trying to buy her silence, because I don't think she's such a shitty person that she would actually betray any deep, dark secrets of mine.
She's not.
So I knew that. So I was like, so
not
you must
going
think
to.
that I think you're that bad of a person and that's what you would do.
Yeah, I think you guys still need
manipulative.
to sit down and talk that out in a really calm moment, because I know they're close. And I know that this is not where they need to be. And I know they both really like each other, and they're both going through the worst time of their lives. And I'm over here like trying to make it work. But,
I've got a heart of gold, and I've got a lot. But you f***ing go too far, and you cross. Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah. No, I don't regret it at all.
You better say that.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't regret it either.
Well,
No,
also,
I'm kidding. I'm getting too excited. Okay.
When you said Surrealism Ball, I thought, what the is that?
What is surrealism
I still don't know. When I looked at pictures, everything looked so weird. I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
so it has to do with your subconscious and your dreams.
Surrealism is about the escape from the real.
It's the awakening of the subconscious mind.
It's an exaggerated reality.
And who doesn't like a little animal running around?
Is that a llama? Imagine your dream state, which is like violent and crazy and doesn't make any sense, kind of like Sutton. So it was right up her alley.
That's the artsy take on it. I had other people telling me it was evil and I shouldn't go to the party. And I was like, why am I wearing antlers on my head?
Oh, antlers are the theme. Hi.
Don't get too close.
We
She
had
had
the
made-
outfits to talk about.
Yes, we did. She had that made in Ghana. That's
Yes,
what
that's
the
true.
first I remember.
Exactly. Flown in.
Yes.
In its seat.
So you had to pay like an adult fare
Yes.
for the dress?
What am I gonna do? It's gonna be like close in with somebody? I'm sorry.
It was a gown, which was not surreal. I mean, I'm sorry.
With a train.
It was beautiful.
She looked beautiful.
She was gorgeous.
Just thought just really a fantastic excuse to wear a giant black swan on my head.
Like, people really showed up and showed out. What was that?
Now, I thought that Dorit was going to actually
Be the most.
not the most, but I thought she would be one of the third people. And I just think Dorit missed the mark. It was like a condom
Like a
met a
flying saucer.
diaphragm.
Yes.
You're free from STDs.
What?
It's like a condom.
It's plastic, not rubber. I mean,
Oh.
You could never, ever find a world where you look like a condom is actually a compliment, right? So
Well, is it
let's
used
take
or not used?
Ooh, it's still. It almost looked wet. So I would say, if anything, it'd probably be used. Moving on.
Wow.
I thought she looked good. Maybe she wasn't quite sure the
Well, she
concept
looks
of surrealism.
beautiful.
No,
She
but
does-
she looked odd, which is the most important thing, to look odd.
Oh, but the hat was giving, though.
Oh, hell
The
yeah.
hat gave,
I
honey.
know.
It gave what was supposed to be given.
Absolutely.
Yes, it did.
She should have put some sandwiches on there and walked around and served everyone. Lost opportunity there.
And meanwhile, Sutton literally pulled something out of her closet and then said, anyone got any antlers?
Oh my God, first of all, this headdress.
I know.
I can't.
Don't get too close to it. I'm
Eyesight.
gonna poke somebody's eye out. I'm sure of it.
I mean, it was just aggressive. She'd try to hug people and the horns would be in the way. I was like, you can't even greet people properly. I feel like if you're the host of the ball,
Thank you.
you need to come out swinging.
It was so disappointing. It was so like, really?
Now, that's the worst thing you could say about somebody's outfit. That's
Well,
disappointing.
It is, the whole.
You know, I'm disappointed in your outfit. Ouch.
Disappointed. It was like when someone doesn't go to a lot of effort, when someone is really
But
just.
I think she went through a lot of effort. That's actually the problem.
Oh.
Okay.
You're the host.
Like, you need to make the dress somewhere else and have it flown in. That kind of energy.
In first class, nonetheless.
Wow.
With its own seat.
That's right.
No, not her.
I can't believe that, one, I've been in the industry for so long. Two, that at my age, I feel like I'm thriving more than when I was in my 20s.
She's a badass.
I mean, it's crazy. When I started this industry, I was told women who are in their 40s will not work. And if you're black, it's practically in your 20s, right? So for me now to be producing and acting and doing all these things, it's unbelievable. I'm working on 2 productions. One is Abducted at an HBCU, a Black Girl Missing movie, which is our 2nd movie in the franchise. I'm an executive producer. And then the other one is Tempted by Love, where I'm executive producer, but I'm also starring in.
It was so wonderful.
So good.
Where you
Thank you.
played the chef and you had the young hottie chauffeur and everything. It was so delightful. I loved it.
Yeah, I love that you guys
Can I
supported me on
be
that.
in the sequel?
Yes.
Yes, there has to be a sequel.
I said I could sweep up hair behind you. If you do a scene in the hairdresser's,
Okay.
I'll just be like this.
You got the role.
But the thing that's really great too is it's such a good example to your boys, you know,
thank
to see
you.
their mama out there kicking ass.
I don't think they get
being
it.
the
The
lady
little
boss.
ones don't get it
No,
yet.
yes, they do.
It's hard to balance because you always feel mom guilt. You know, her and I, we talk about it on the phone late at night. And it's hard because you want to be there for your kids, but at the same time, as a woman, as a person, I want to feel fulfilled too because these boys are going to go out and have their own life, and I feel like I can't just be empty when they're gone. So it's sort of hard, but at the same time, I also think that it's important for kids to see their moms be whole as well. You know, doing things, not just all about them.
And it teaches them autonomy, that you're not going to be there after school to make them the little cheese sandwich with the, you know, that they understand that you have your own life and you're there and mothering when they really need it.
Yeah.
And but then also too, it teaches them to be more self-sufficient, I think. I think kids,
Absolutely.
parents are just so much there for
Right.
them. I think sometimes it's not good for them to be so pampered. You're a wonderful mom.
Yeah,
your,
I agree.
Your kids are really
I agree.
Well, thank you.
great
But I
too.
think also with this, it shows boys that are going into men to respect women.
Yes.
And to respect women who want to have careers, and that you can have a career and be a mother, and raise beautiful, thriving young men.
Agree. And so that they can accept their wives if they want to work as well.
And your boys are wonderful. They have beautiful manners.
Thank you.
Yep, they text me all the
gorgeous.
time.
Yeah.
They do.
Nice.